Welcome to Traveling Home Yoga. Today we've taken our practice out here on the beach in beautiful Cape May, New Jersey, where we're located. We have a grounding practice for you today. So if it's possible for you to take your practice outside as well, I suggest you do that. And if that's not possible, enjoy this practice wherever you are. And maybe if you can today at some point in time, take a moment to step outside and walk with your bare feet on the earth, wherever that may be. We'll begin our practice today finding a nice comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, you can sit cross-legged if you want to. You're welcome to extend your legs out straight if that feels more comfortable for you, or if you have rocks nearby, like a block or a blanket you can roll up, or a pillow even that you can sit up on to get your hips elevated slightly higher than the knees. That'll help soften the knees a little bit more easily and relax the hips. Give yourself a chance to sit back so that your heart is stacked above your hips and your head above your heart. Closing your eyes if you haven't done so already, take a moment to really feel the connection of your body and wherever you're at on the ground. So your mat, a blanket if you're sitting on that. Notice the connection of the outside edges of the ankles, sit bones, cross-legged. Feel all the parts of your body that have contact with the ground. Indoors or outdoors. Just take a moment to notice that. And as you notice that, can you soften the legs, relax the hips? Can you release any unnecessary tension that you might be carrying? Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Feel the shoulders soften, feel the muscles under the face relax. We'll begin our practice with a guided meditation to help us feel really grounded. Take a moment here to envision that you have a tiny little seed just located at the base of your spine. And then begin to rock a little side to side, letting your weight sort of shift into one butt cheek and then the other. And envision yourself planting that seed down into the earth, wherever you're at. It's just an imagination. So if you're inside, like, I can't bury a tree in this hard surface, just imagine. The seed that's going to sprout into a tree of your choosing. It can be anything that you want it to be. Use your wildest imagination. And I want you to visualize that tiny little seed that starts to sprout. And that tiny little tree starts to grow up your spine. Sitting in this place, wherever you're at, safe, secure, use your breath to plant this tree. Each inhale, this imaginary tree grows taller up your spine. Each exhale, it sprouts tiny little roots that grow down into the earth wherever you're at. Continuing to breathe this way so that the roots grow equally as deep as the tree grows tall. Each breath, it grows bigger and bigger up your spine, out around your head. Until you're sitting underneath this root and your back against it, feeling its support. Growing this tree in this place where you are safe, supported, and have everything. Know that anytime that life gets stressful for you, close your eyes and come back to this visualization. You're sitting under this beautiful, big, healthy tree in this place where you're safe. Allow yourself to feel the feelings that come up. Trust that you are safe and supported and you have everything that you need. everything. Like you can soften the tension in the brow, relax the jaw. What feelings come up? And you're supported in everything. Allow yourself to feel that. This is connected to our root chakra. Our root chakra, located at the base of our spine, is primarily concerned with our feelings of safety, security, and stability in this world. It's connected to our legs all the way down to our feet. Our perineum. It's connected to certain nerves in our body. Or sciatic nerve, which runs from the base of your spine all the way down to your feet. It's the largest peripheral nerve in your body. And at its base, all the way down at your feet, looks like the roots of a tree. Your feet and your legs are what carry you through this life, around the earth, carrying you from the past to the present to the future, into safety when needed. So connecting to the earth, any bare part of your body, but particularly your feet, has so many benefits to us. Science has proven that it relaxes our nervous system. It balances the circadian rhythm of our bodies so we sleep better. It allows for our body to bolster its immune system so our healing processes happen more quickly. So like I said, be in a space of connecting to the ground. If you're not outside now, when you're done with this practice, take a moment to step outside, even if it's just for a moment to close your eyes and feel your body into the earth. So you move through this practice today. We'll carry that intention. Not only connecting to the ground that we're on, building a sense of stability and foundation through our practice, but allowing ourselves to feel that feeling of safety and security. Have everything. Let's take another breath here. The eyes, the arms all the way out, up, overhead. Exhale, draw the hands down into heart center. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale your hands down into heart center. Last time like this, inhale out and up. Exhale down into the heart. Let's lean back into our sit bones, uncross your legs. Separate your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Drop the hands back behind you and windshield wiper your knees side to side. Just getting into the legs, hips for a moment here. We're going to extend those legs out. Keep the hands where they are. Letting your weight come back into the hands for support. And then lift your right leg up off the ground. Let's start by drawing really big circles. It doesn't matter what direction you go. We'll naturally choose a direction that feels more dominant to us. But as you move this around, and it might feel like a little more like a box shape than a circle, can you smooth that circle out? Can you feel that femur circulating around in your hip socket to really get into the hips here for a moment? Go ahead and change directions if you haven't done that already. Circle around the other way. You might start to feel that heat build in the hips, feel that burn, but just breathe into that space. You're building strength and stability here. Take another breath. Extend that right leg out. Drop it down. Let's do the left side. Left leg lifts, and you'll start by circling again, whichever direction you choose. Breathe here. Smooth out that circle. You might even notice that it's easier on one leg versus the other. That's okay. We have to learn about our different imbalances in the body. Do this practice, and then we find ways to bring balance and harmony back to the body. Go ahead and change directions. One more big circle around. You're going to extend that left leg out, drop it down to meet the right. Take a breath for a moment. And then as you lean back into the hands, I want you to lift both feet up off the ground. So you're coming into a supported boat pose here. Knees are bent. And then as you draw the knees in, can you circle the feet together and around? Maybe leaning back into a low boat and pulling yourself into a high boat. And again, doesn't matter what direction you choose. Circle around one more time and change the direction. Go around the other way. Really feeling that burn for the hips, but you got this. Take 2 more. Good. We're going to extend those legs out, drop them down, and then bend your knees and place your feet flat. Now they're hip width distance apart. And you're going to lift yourself up into a reverse tabletop. So turn your body. Roll the shoulders back. Just hands. Bring your gaze up towards the sky. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth. Stick up your tongue. Exhale. Line with breath. Let it go. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Drop those sit bones back down to the ground. You straighten out the legs and remove the flesh from the sit bones. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll sweep our arms way up high. Inhale, reach the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold forward. You can grab your feet, your ankles, whatever you can hold on to here. Maybe you have a strap or towel. Step our body down. Maybe the hands are just resting alongside the legs. And you can keep a little bend in the knees as well. Focus more on lengthening your spine, not rounding the back, but pulling your heart with your toes. Breathe back the legs here, heels all the way to the feet. Breath in, breath out. Now let's take another breath like this. Gently release it. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to roll ourselves around up and onto all fours, coming into a tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a moment again to find that stable base, that sense of grounding and stability for yourself. And then let your belly drop on the inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, pushing into the earth as you round your back. Inhale, the belly drops. Exhale, up. Exhale, round. Move through this cat cows. Notice the connection of your body to the ground as you do it. Normally we don't focus on that, this movement, but feel the support of the knees, shins, taps of the feet, the palms pressing into the earth. And then see if you can allow that connection to the ground to help you deepen the stretch. So as you arch here, you almost feel like you're trying to pull your wrist towards your knee. You're not going to move your hands at all, but kind of energetically, you're pulling your wrist towards your knee. And that helps you kind of deepen that arch in the spine. And then as you press into the ground, tuck your tailbone, maybe lift your feet off the floor, kind of hovering here, to give yourself a little bit more sense of strength. Drop the knees back down, arch back up, exhale, maybe lift those knees to a hover pose, you have to untuck your toes. Inhale, belly drops, arch, lift. Exhale, round, knees hover, breathe. Let's try it one last time. Come back down, finding a neutral spine here, sending the right leg back, finding a 3-legged tabletop. Let's bend our knees and flex our foot. Take tiny little pulses that send the sole of the foot up towards the sky. Can you keep the knee in line with the hips and then try to pulse it even higher beyond the hips? You really engage back the legs at the glutes. We're really trying to fire up the lower half of the body. Let's keep that knee bent and hold it still. Can you just straighten the leg? The foot is flexed and the sole of the foot's pointing back behind you, and then bend the knee. So it's not a really strenuous movement here. You're just straightening and bending, but you can really start to feel that burn. Pull back side of that right leg. Let's try it one more time. Straighten and bend, and now you have to keep it bent. Take the knee out to the side. Dog next to a tree or fire hydrant shape. Can you keep that weight evenly distributed in your palms? And then lift that right knee up a little bit higher. Feel the body shape. Breathe here. Take the knee forward towards the right elbow. Kiss the back of the elbow or tricep. Come center and up and around. Drawing really big circles here. Again, we're waking up that right hip. Step that right foot in between the hands. Let your hips drop forward. Come into a low lunge. Your fingertips can frame your front foot. If you have blocks to support your practice here, you're welcome to use them to make your upper body lift it a little bit higher. Let's inhale here, and on an exhale, can you let your hips come back, straightening your front leg and letting your toes plant up off the ground. Inhale, come forward into the low lunge. Exhale back and straighten out that leg. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Come forward into that low lunge one more time. Hold that here. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. low crescent lunge. Feel the crown of the head lengthen forward. Feel that left hip dropping a little bit more. Feel your left heel pressing back behind you. Envision like you're a runner at a starting line here. So you're just like ready to launch your body forward as the muscles engage. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Can you tap your back down to the mat as we lift back up for 5, up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's step our back foot to meet our front foot. Come to a forward fold. Feet are about hip width apart. You can take a moment to grab opposite elbows. Rock side to side and shake your head yes or no. Take a moment to release the back of the legs, release the low back. Let's keep those feet hip width distance. Stabilize us and roll ourselves all the way to stand. Stacking vertebra by vertebra. Come up. Head, neck, and shoulders locked and rise. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down a couple times. And then we're going to let our shoulders just kind of slide down the back. Keeping those feet hip width distance apart. Check the feet for a moment and notice how you stand. So, sometimes we can have different gait patterns. Maybe the feet kind of turn out, maybe the feet kind of turn in. And this gives us an opportunity with intention to really focus on finding a stable base. So seeing if you can get the feet straight here, second toes facing forward at the top of your mat. And then I want you just to kind of let your weight shift forward into the balls of the feet and the toes and lift your heels. And then drop your heels back down and lift your toes and kind of rock back and forth. A little harder for me out here in the sand, but this is always a good test to my balance when the sand kind of moves beneath you. And it's really all about this idea of getting grounded, right? So I kind of want us to play with the feet a little bit. We don't give a lot of love to our feet, and they carry us around all day, every day. So noticing the connection of your feet to the ground that you're on, and then come back into your heels. Lift your toes and spread them really wide. You're going to start by planting them down one at a time, working your way from the pinky all the way to the big toe. Those two middle ones kind of want to stick together, and that's okay. And then once you're there, can you take a little bend in your knees and kind of feel like your weight sink down into your feet? Okay, now stand up tall. And I want you to close your eyes. And this time around, you're going to let your weight come forward into the balls of the feet and the toes and back into the heels again. But I don't want you to lift anything off the ground. So let your weight come forward, keep the heels planted. Let your weight come back into the heels, keep the toes planted since the eyes are closed. You're kind of testing your balance a little bit here. And again, you're sort of feeling that weight shift from the front to the back of the foot. And then I want you to find your center where you feel like your weight is evenly distributed through the feet. So you not only feel really grounded and supported through the feet, but you also feel almost weightless in the body. Crown of the head lengthens towards the sky on your inhale. On your exhale, you redirect that attention through the body and all the way down to the feet. That ground and support you. Maybe you're even visualizing roots growing from the feet down to the earth. Take another breath here. Inhale, scoop those arms all the way back up high. Exhale as your hands come into prayer at your heart. Bend your knees and sit back into a chair pose. So you can keep the feet hip width distance apart like I have them right now, or you can bring the big toes to touch and then let there be a little bit of a space in your heels and maybe the knees come together. So really the stance is going to depend on the shape of your body, what feels most comfortable for you. Because I'm out here in the sand today, having my feet hip width distance apart, it feels a little bit more stable for me, all right? Let your weight come back into your heels, reach the crown of the head up. Breathe, breath in, breath out. Feel the strength of the lower half of your body. And then what is happening in your mind right now as you hold this pose? Where do your thoughts start to wander to? Do they go to a negative place of like, I can't, I need to pause this video and stand up or sit down? And you just come back to a place of finding a sense of ease, a balance between effort and surrender. If you didn't know how long you're going to have to hold this pose, can you soften a little bit? Can you stay with your breath? Can you find the inner strength? You got this. One more breath. Stand tall, rise up, arms up, palms touch. exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, lift your body halfway up. Your back is flat and your gaze is forward. Exhale, bend your knees and place your hands. We're going to step it back into a plank pose. So you have two options here at this plank. We can hold the plank, so back arm forward, or test our strength and our ability to ground as we step forward with the right foot, then the left, then back with the right, and back with the left. That's 4 times. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Breathe. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. One more. Left, right, left, right. We're all back in place together. Let's lower knees, in and chest. Make your way onto your belly. Inhaling in that cobra. Turn the head side to side. Ground down to the top of the feet, top of the thighs, the belly. Roll the shoulders back, elbows hug the ribs. Lower your chin and forehead to the ground. Let's press back into child's pose. Take some big deep breaths here. Putting the hips to heel, make it open your knees a little wider. That feels good. Let your heart melt towards the earth. Let your forehead step down. One more big deep breath here. And then we'll rise up onto our hands. Tabletop position once more, so we can do the other side. The left leg goes back this time. Then left foot keep back still. Belly plugged in towards the spine and really engage. You can feel off the leg. Hold it. Breathe the back of that left leg. Beautiful. All right, keep that knee lifted in line with the hips. Just straighten the leg. Flex the foot, point down, and then you keep that foot flat so the leg stays engaged here. Really fire up the back of that left leg. Then once more, the outside dog has to put your fire high. Remember the weight in the shoulders and the palms. Back that nose of grounding and support. Bring that back forward and around. One more big rotation, and then we're going to step that left foot up between arms and walk your fingers forward, let your hips out forward. Low lunge here. Inhale. Exhale back, straighten that front leg half split. Rock back and forth like this, following the rhythm of your own breath. Next time we come forward, we're going to hold it. Up to the back toes, lift that back and again, find that engagement to the lower half of the body. Heart comes forward. Ground down, hold that left foot, back step, right heel. Just lift a little lower. Breathe. Good, and then we'll tap that back knee down for 5, 4, 2, and 1. Step the back foot to the left foot, top of the mat. Grab off the elbows again. Back side to side. Yes or no? Let your fingers dangle down towards the ground. Slowly roll yourself to standing. Stacking vertebra by vertebra as we come all the way up. Head, neck, and shoulders are last to rise. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down just a couple times. Alright, so the arms all the way up and overhead, bring the palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes for a moment. Come back to that sensation of being grounded and supported by the earth. Feel all the points of contact with your feet and the ground. Feel like you're growing taller on your inhales. And on your exhales, you maintain that length, but you start to redirect your attention and awareness back down through the body, from the top of the head, all the way down to your feet. Take another breath here, eyes closed. And as you gently open the eyes once more, we're going to come into testing our balance and playing with a posture called tree pose. So you can start by turning the right knee out to the side and bringing your right heel to rest on the inside of your left ankle. Feel yourself really grounding down through all the points of contact with that left foot. You played with rocking back and forth on the foot to kind of find that sense of stability where we can really ground down into the earth, and we're going to need that here as we balance. Okay? The right leg can stay where it is, or you can lift that foot higher up on the inside of the left leg, so long as it's above or below your knee. Okay? So maybe it's on the inside of the calf. Maybe you're using your hand to support you as you bring it up to the inside of the thigh. And we'll take the hands back into prayer. So you can always keep the hands into prayer if you want to. Let's keep them there now while we find that sense of stability. So as much as we're grounding down to the earth, don't let your weight kind of sink over into that left hip, but feel the upper body growing up tall out of that standing leg. Remember, the leg and the torso are like the trunk of a tree that stabilize you. And then you can grow the limbs of your tree, arms. Letting your breath flow with ease is going to help you find greater sense of balance. Another breath. Beautiful. Let's draw the hands back in. Drop that right leg down and shake it out for a moment. Sometimes I like to envision myself stepping out of the ocean here without a towel on. Just, what would I do here? I would want to shake off every part of my body to get that water off of me. Sometimes we need to do that for ourselves energetically. Right? Shake it off. Okay. Let's come back to finding that stable base once more. This time the right leg becomes your standing leg. And you turn the left toes out, the left knee out. And maybe that's where that leg stays. Maybe you slide it up a little bit higher to wherever degree you're at today. Practice. Find that stability, grow tall out of that standing leg. Remember, the crown of the head lengthens. We keep that length and then redirect the awareness and attention back to that standing leg and foot. There are roots growing deep from that right foot that stabilize you. Then you can grow your limbs. Does it feel easier on this side or the other side? So you can notice that without judgment. One more breath here. So our hands come back into prayer. Turn the left knee forward and drop it down. Shake it out one last time. Okay, let's come back to grounding down to the feet, right underneath the hips. Inhale, the arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold once more. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, place the hands, step the feet back, plank pose one more time. Find that plank and hold it here. Take another nice big full deep breath. Heels pressing back, that was hugging in and up, crown of the head lengthens forward. Soften the knees, lower the chin, the chest, make your way onto your belly. Inhaling as you go up, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tap the toes, lift the hips up and back. So really, it's important to spread the fingers really wide, press into all 10 fingers in the palms to alleviate some of that stress off of the heels of your hands and your wrists. And then you can pedal out your legs, bending into one knee and then the other. It's a little hard for me to pedal out here in the sand. Find some movement with your awaken arm. Let's send our right leg up high towards the calf. And then we're going to bring the right knee forward, drop the knee towards the right wrist, ankle towards your left hip crease. So we're setting ourselves up to come into a pigeon pose. Wiggling that back foot back to create a wide supination. Now for me, because I'm in the sand, I can use the sand as a support system. And if you're outside, likely if you're on a soft grass, you can feel the support of that too. But if you're on a harder surface indoors, grabbing something like blankets or pillows can be really helpful for you to either place them underneath the knees or underneath that right hip so that you can feel like you can soften into this posture a little bit more. And then we'll lower down onto our elbows and we can all the way down to the ground, taking the forehead to the ground, really kind of resting our body towards the earth here. And I want you to feel like gravity will work for you here. You're not having to push or force, but you're surrendering to it. Couple more big, deep breaths here, really allowing the breath to guide you to break the change. Sometimes we want to fight against things that feel uncomfortable to us. So it might be our body's first to pull ourselves out of this position. But if you can focus on your breathing, it's easier. Then we bring our hands back underneath our shoulders. Now, if you have any props underneath your right hip, can you remove them so we can let our weight sink over into our right hip? And we're going to swing the left leg around, taking it out in front of us and bringing it over to the opposite side of our right hip. It's really challenging to straighten out your right leg and just cross that left leg over and sit up tall just like this. But if you can stay with that foot close to the left side of the left hip, try it out. Okay? We're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to actually take that right arm and wrap it around our left knee and take the left hip up and back behind us. That's our twist here. Lengthening the spine on the inhale and twisting on the exhale. Twist from the belly and the rib cage, and then let the shoulder follow back on that left shoulder. And both sit bones sit here. Untwist, come back to center. We'll separate our feet a little wider than hip width distance apart. And just like we did in the beginning of the practice, let your knees go like windshield. Okay, let's bring those knees back up. We're going to swing the legs around, coming into tabletop position, so back onto all fours. Maybe going through just a couple cat cows here as you re-ground off the ground. And then back to the neutral spine. Let's find downward facing dog once more. Up toes, lift hips up, back. Finding your legs, that nice upside down V shape. You can always keep a bend in the knees here, and that's really important to do. It helps you lengthen the spine, so not rounding back. Okay? And then really just pushing the ground away from you, and then allow the shoulders to soften away from the ears. Let's shift our weight into our right foot to the left leg lift. And we'll bring that leg forward to that half pigeon shape. Knee comes towards the left wrist, ankle towards your right hip. Wiggle your back foot back to the wide separation between the legs. Again, have props underneath the knees for support and underneath the left hip for support. And then when you're ready, we're coming down to our elbows all the way out. Once more, you return to the breath. Breath is like your compass. It compasses your path. Tells you that that's far. If you're tense or distracted, focus the breath. Those bring you a sense of ease and balance. no matter what difficulty you're in, on or off your mat. We're going to stay here for one more breath. And back up your shoulders. You're moving props out from underneath that left hip. Put your weight over into the left hip, swing the right leg around. So same thing, let's windshield wipe with your knees first. Let's come back behind us, bring those feet a little wider. Knees go side to side. One more time on each side. And then now bring those knees back up. Walk your feet to hip width distance. We're going to do that same reverse tabletop at the beginning of the practice. So press the feet in the hands. Lift your hips up off the ground. Roll the shoulders back. Gaze up towards the sky. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth with that tongue. Exhale. More breaths like that. Last one. Drop those hips back down between the hands. Straighten out your legs. Your flesh and sit bones. Sit up nice and tall. Last seated forward fold as the arms go up. Inhale, lift. Exhale and fold. Grab your ankles, whatever we hold on to here. That can be a little bend in the knees even. And pull your heart towards. Let's gently release it and find that nice comfortable seat in to end our practice. You're welcome to come into lying on your back if you prefer that. Take Shavasana here as we find our final meditation. However you're coming into this, can you feel support around you? If you're lying down, can you feel like your whole body is being enveloped by a giant body-sized pillow? If you're seated, envision the same thing. Envision yourself sitting on the softest pillow that supports you. Allows you to relax the breath, to soften the muscles of the face, relax the shoulders, to soften the knees and the hips. Feel like there are roots growing deep from your body through the earth and down, anchoring you exactly where you are. You're supported, you're safe, and you have everything. Breathe in that space. Breathe in that, trust in that. What emotions arise for you in your body when you feel that? Another deep breath. Closing up to practice your hand, prayer your heart. Thank you for practicing with us today. Namaste.